Now, hello everyone. It's I80386SX, and we are staring today at a Compaq Contura first generation. Now, there's something fairly special about this Contura. It has some very not so unique features like you see here. We smash hinges and doors. But rest assure you, I still have a vested interest in this system. There are pieces of it that are still in decent shape, though the door is held up by Scotch tape. The rubber backing is still solid. It's still intact. So it looks like that the machine, there was some resemblance or some attempt to take care of this machine. It also does feature a nickel metal hydride pack in lieu of the nickel cadmium pack, which I have yet to rebuild, which is sitting right underneath there. So I think some care did go into this machine, but like so many of these machines, the hinges break, the plastic around the hinges break, and you see the mess that we see today. The seller had it for $85. I watched it for a very long time just to see what if it would ever go for that price, or even better, will I get an offer? Well, the latter actually did happen. I did get an offer. It was a very substantial discount. I believe it was under $50 with free shipping. Let's just say that. So, very, very substantial discount. Now, why did I want this machine? Well, let's open her up. Provided that I can open her up without destroying more plastics. This is a Contura 325C. I believe it's the very first machine that Compaq offered with a color display. Now, if I can get the damn thing to stand up without breaking more plastic. It does come with a little bit of a fine print though. You notice we have two sliders on this machine. That means passive matrix. So let's plug her in. Let's see if we can get any life out of it. We gotta plug her in first. I believe this is a Concerto AC adapter. And we'll take it off the tripod. I don't think this bottom one's doing anything, but there is life on the screen. I just have no readable text. And if you hear that noise, this has a Contura hard drive with a stuck head, so that rubber bumper is melted to the point where the drive cannot move on its own anymore. So, since this is all busted apart, I am going to start some emergency surgery on this thing. We'll see if we at least get some life out of the panel. And this is probably not the best tool for this, but it is a tool for it. Out you go, little. Oh, did I get it? I got it without damaging it. Okay. And it is a Phillips head. So, find my screwdriver. I'm not going to do anything elaborate with this machine tonight. I just wanted to fire this up to see if it did anything whatsoever. And at this point, it's still inconclusive. A lot of pressure on that one screw. And we almost lost that screw. There's a lot of incomplete projects around here that I need to really get a handle on. And yes, there we go. We got something. So the panel, and you have to excuse the brightness, that is light in the room. That is not a fault with the screen. I'll walk behind it and prove that. That's 4 megs of RAM. So we will go to setup. We'll see if there's anything of value here. I doubt it. And I don't even know if this is Y2K compliant. I assume that it is, but it is 22. I know this is kind of a fruitless point right now, but here we be. We have the standard 1.44 megabyte hard drive. We have 4 megs of RAM on board, 0 expansion, which we are going to fix once we get our donor machine in play here. And VGA color, display options. Looks very similar to the LTE Lite BIOS, and it does have a modem on it, and it does not have a mouse on it unless it's counting the second serial port somewhere. Oh, internal modem. Okay, never mind. Okay, I can't read. LPT, 25 megahertz. Nothing crazy here. And, okay, this is curious. I gotta see with this, for one of these crappy displays, they're not too bad. I know, those two words don't usually go in the same sentence, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, can't do anything with the hibernation here for some reason. At least that I know of, so now, there's one last test I want to do before I cut this one for the night. Boot off of a floppy. Make sure the floppy drive works. Phone is being insufferable here at the moment. Well, might be looking for that hard drive. I don't know about that. Oh, there we go. I think we woke that out of its slumber. Okay, so it did get to this point. So we know the floppy drive does work. We know it gets power. We know the screen itself works. So we at least got some things going for us. So it is a semi-functional machine. So now comes the next question. Where are we going to get the top half of a 325C? That's a really good question. I think this is it. I have a couple of these. I did not realize that. Well, I bought another parts machine. It's not a 325C, but I'm hoping that my gamble pays off. Because I have the 425C. I played spoiler. I don't know. The 425C was missing a lot of parts, but the top half of this machine is absolutely intact. And the sliders work and all that fun stuff, so I know it's going to be kind of cheating, but if we get real lucky, well, it's probably not a bad idea for me to go into this and tighten all the hinges and all that, because that's what usually starts this, what you see here. But other than that, I'm hoping that I could take the display from this 425C, plant it over here, and put on the 325C decal. So it looks like everything would line up. So I think once we do that, I think we'll have a fairly unique machine on our hands, and you just got to be real careful what we do once this machine is restored. But yeah, this 425C, basically got it for free. It's got a battery in it. It doesn't have much else beyond that other than the top half, the motherboard, and all the other, a lot of the other components are missing from this machine, so you know what? I'll take that as a win. So that's the end of part 1 here for now, so yeah, just stay tuned for whenever I decide to do the next part of this machine and do any resemblance of a restore. I know I still got to rebuild the battery for a first gen Contura yet. I mentioned earlier the guts of one is right, you see these yellow cells, that's the guts of a first gen Contura battery. Probably not a whole lot of demand for rebuilding those, but you know, if I even help one person in the world, then my job here is complete. So as always, thank you for watching.